Hello, everybody. Randy here with Stat Pest Control. We are live as of right now, and I want to basically educate you guys on termites. Okay, right now we are in termite season. Actually, termite season has been going on since March, but they're still out there swarming. So, like yesterday I was out at Tropical Smoothie getting a smoothie, and you know how you have to roll down the window and get your food and all of that. Well, in that time frame when I was getting my food and just driving off, uh, I looked at my pants and I saw that a termite flew into my car and landed on my leg. So they're out there, they're swarming, and I don't want you to be affected by this. So I want to cover a few things in this video. So I want to show you, let me just take a look. So number one, I want to show you the difference between a termite and an ant. So for example, when you're home and you see bugs around your house that look like ants, you can actually differentiate if it's a termite or an ant. So it's one of the things I'm going to cover in this video. I also want to talk about the different kinds of termites, which we deal with the most is two of them, drywood and subterranean. And so I'm going to talk about the difference between the two, the types of damage that they cause, some of the treatments, because they're all different. And let's see. Oh, and I'm also going to show you what signs to look for in your home to determine if you may have termites or not. All right. After the end of all of this, I'm going to have a quick Q&A in case anyone's interested in asking certain questions or whatever the case may be. So let's jump right in. I don't want to make the video too long, but my goal with this is to educate you so that one, no one can tell you different. You know, when you see a bug, that be a termite or an ant, you will know the difference between the two. I want you to know the difference in the droppings. Okay, so if you see droppings in your house, you'll know if that's an ant or a termite. And just kind of educate you overall because these are one of the worst bugs, as you know, that you could possibly have. All right, they eat wood, they eat at your house, and I know that that's your number one investment. So I want to educate you and kind of help you through this. All right, if at any times you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comments, and hopefully I'll see it and I can just answer it right away. But yeah, let's get started. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you a picture of a termite and an ant next to each other so that you can see the differences right away. All right, and then I'm going to go into other things. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Just bear with me, guys. I don't go live too often, so I'm figuring it out as I go. So here we go. I'm sharing my screen now. Perfect. And let me remove some of these things so that I can work. Yeah, we'll remove that. We'll remove this. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. Just getting my screen ready so that I can see what I'm saying. All right, so here we go. What you're seeing right now is a picture that I took, well, not that I took, that I borrowed from the internet to show you the difference between a termite and an ant. Okay, now in this animated picture, it's very clear if you look at the difference between the two. So yes, number one, there is flying ants. Okay, there is flying ants, and of course there's flying termites, which we call swarmers. Okay, now can you see my cursor? Yeah, you can. Okay, all right, so the big difference, guys, between the two is going to be the waste. Okay, when you're looking at a bug in your house, you're gonna want to be looking, does it have a waist? Like, does it have like a body? See, it has a body, like a butt, if you would. And then you have, you know, an upper torso, right? That, my friends, is more than likely going to be an ant. Okay. Now, if you see a bug similar to this, that is just it's a one body. There is no waste, if you would. Then more than likely that is a termite. Okay. There is differences in the wings, but that's getting a little too technical. I don't want to confuse you or anything like that. When you encounter a bug in your house, guys, and you want to know if it's a termite or an ant, just look for a waste. Okay, the waste is going to give it away. That's the fastest way to determine. Of course, you got the straight antenna. You see that here. Okay, you got a broad waist, which means that there's no like waistline like this one here, and then there's a difference in the length of wings. From the termites, the best way that I could describe it is that the wings are, it's just like in this picture, basically. So the wings are longer than the body. A lot of times with ants, the wings are only the size of the body of the ant. Make sense? In this picture, it doesn't really show that, but that's been the case every time I see them. With termites, the wings are usually longer. All right, so let me show you some live pictures of termites. And all of these pictures, by the way, can be found on my Stat Pest Control Facebook page. And you're going to see some of the other pictures that I have on here. But I want to show you some live termites so you can see the difference now without looking at an animated picture. So we'll get down to the damage later, guys. Okay, look, right here. This is a good picture. Actually, let's start with this one. So this is exactly the picture you were seeing, but in a live view of it. For example, this is a dead termite. And as you can see, the wing is longer than the body itself, meaning it doesn't end here. The wing continues. And if you look at it, there is no waste. And I have better pictures I'm going to show you, but this is an idea of what I'm talking about, okay? So when the termites drop their wings, this is what you end up with, okay? If you see it, they don't have wings, right? Because what happens is the termites drop their wings once they decided to make a place their home. So in this scenario, they found a place. They decided, hey, this is going to be my house. Let me drop my wings, find a mate, and you can see that they're kind of like about to mate right here, okay? And from that mating, then begins the colony, and that's what we don't want, right? So if you ever encounter, let me get away from this for a second. Again, guys, bear with me while I learn how to work all of this. Okay, so if you ever encounter just a bunch of wings inside of your house, right? Again, you need to know the difference with the types of wings. But if you see termite wings inside your house, just the wings alone, that tells you that there were drywood termites in your home that decided to make it theirs. So they dropped their wings, they started, making babies basically, and they're inside of your woods somewhere. So that's bad. At that point, you need to do something. All right. So that's the reason that termites drop their wings. It's once they have decided to make that place their home, and they're actually going to begin mating and creating a colony. All right. I hope that's clear. So by now you should know what they look like versus an ant, and the reason that they drop their wings. That's what you should know as of right now. All right. Let me share some more things with you here. Let's see. All right, so now I want to show you some better pictures if I have them. Here's another one. Here's a great one. Here's a great picture. Tyler took this one. But look at, this is a termite. This is exactly it. Oh, that's a beautiful picture. Look at that. That, my friends, does not look like an ant. Okay? It just does not look like an ant. And again, you don't have to know much except look for a waste, right? There is no waste, right? So that automatically is a red flag telling you, hey, that's a termite. Another thing is look at the wings. You see how long they are versus its body? That's one of the key things that I have found is it's a quick giveaway. Okay, and actually that was a really good picture there. How to kill bugs, call stat, baby. All right, let me see. I want to show you some more pictures. Oh, okay. So now, let me show you some things here. So now you know the difference. Now I want to talk about the droppings. Oh, actually, no, let me talk about the different types of termites. So, for example, there's two kinds. Let me change the view here. Here we go. All right, guys. So there's two kinds of termites. All right. Or there's more, but the only ones that you need to know about, there's two of them. One is dry wood termites and subterranean termites. Dry wood termites come usually into your house through the attic or through the windows. Okay, so that's where you usually see like the droppings. And if you're ever getting a termite inspection, people always want to look at the windows and also the attic. Okay, subterranean termites, they come from the ground up. And I don't know what your experience is with termites, but when you think of termites, you may be thinking about one or the other. You know what I mean? You never think that there's the two, but I'm trying to educate you and show you that there is differences, okay? So the drywood termites, the one that come in through your attic or window, they they live in the house. Meaning if they're in the attic and they start dropping their wings and mating like we were just seeing, that is where they're gonna live, in your house. They're gonna start building the colony and blah, 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 right? Now, in order for you to see actual damage or droppings from those termites, it's gonna take about 5 years. Okay, so it takes a long time before you really see any damage. Uh, and but you'll see the signs, which is the wings. That's the first sign. Okay, now subterranean termites, they come from the ground. Remember, they look like maggots, like little maggots. It's what they look like, and you won't really see them. What you'll see usually is the destruction that they're doing, and by the time you actually see the bug, it's bad. This is the times where you actually see like your wall, like they eat the wall, and you're like, let's say you're like, I don't know, fixing some drywall in your house. Next thing you know, everything inside looks eaten up. That's subterranean termites, and they live in the ground. Okay, that's the main difference between the two. Drywoods live in your house, subterraneans live underground. They come to your house just to eat and destroy, and then they go back down into the ground. Drywood termites live in the attic or in your wall somewhere, and that's where they live. Okay? So, big difference between the two. I don't want to get too technical because I could sit here for hours talking about just one. So, I'm just giving you quick things. Okay, so now your question is going to be, okay, how do you treat them, right? So, there's a difference in treatment for both because one lives in the ground and one lives in the house. So that's the biggest thing when it comes to treatment. So when you hear about tenting, like when you put the big tarp on top of a house, and it's that big thing you think about for treating termites. That's a treatment for dry wood termites. Okay, the ones that live in your house, that start in the attic or the window or whatever. Why? Because when you put the tarp over the house and you fumigate the home, it's going to kill whatever is living in there, right? When it comes to subterranean termites, they don't live in your house. So you're not going to kill them You may kill whichever ones are in there while it's happening, but the colony, the millions in the colony are in the ground. So the treatment is totally different. So for subterranean termites, there's many ways of treating, but the way that we prefer to treat is to basically dig a trench around the home and put product down, create like a barrier, and then that will kill all of the termites as they come in and out of there. Okay, so they're still going to be going into your house and out and all of that, but what will happen is they're going to go through that barrier that we put, and then it'll just kill everybody after that, little by little. Okay, big difference when it comes to dry wood termites. There's the tenting treatment, and also what we do is a tent-less treatment. So we do both. We can tent or not tent depending on how bad it is. When it comes to subterranean termites, guys, I'm telling you, there is no tenting. It's a whole different treatment. All right. So those are the two big differences between the two. And then that's a lot of information, right? But I figured you'll like that. Anything and everything you may want to know, it's being told to you right now, guys. Let's see. Yep, I talked about the different types of treatments. Oh, let's talk about the signs. So let me share my screen with you again. Let me share my screen. Give me a sec here. Oh, I'm sharing already. Okay. So let's talk about signs. So let me show you some of the droppings. Okay, so look, in this video, in this picture, what you're seeing is termites, right? Now, for some reason, they're already dead in this home. But this is obviously a sign. You're seeing the actual bug, the problem. You're seeing it, right? And you see how they're little, and then they have the wing. Now, I'll show you. See, that's a wing right there, just the wing, right? So that means that some of these were not dead. They dropped their wings, and then they already started multiplying, basically, okay? So this is, of course, a sign. And then I want to show you some of the actual damage that these things do. So okay, so here. No, that's not a good one. Here we go. All right, guys. What you are about to see is subterranean termites. These cause the worst damage out of the two, okay? These little guys in months can eat a whole wall, okay? And some of the signs that you see are like, if you look at your baseboards, it'll start having like cracks in it, or your wall will start looking flimsy, and like you could almost put your finger right through it. And then once you remove the drywall, then you see a huge amount of damage, and it's absolutely horrible. I've been inside of homes where, I mean, the damage is just crazy. So, yeah, that's dry wood termite damage. I want to show you subterranean termite damage. And now I want to show you some droppings from dry wood. All right, this is dry wood termite droppings. Okay, what it is in this case it looks kind of like coffee grounds, but it's not. Okay, this is what you'll find mostly inside the home. By the time you realize it, you call somebody and then they let you know that it's termites. It's hard to know unless you've seen it before. So I'm trying to really make it clear. Let me find some good pictures, man. Oh, look. This is subterranean termite damage. Look at that. Okay. Now, all these pictures, guys, I took myself. These are customers' houses that, look at that. Look at that type of damage. That's subterraneans. It's scary. It's scary, the type of damage that they can do. These are older pictures. Yeah, those are older. Let me show you some good ones. By the way, guys, all of these pictures are on my on Stat Pest Control Facebook page, and you can always go in here and look at exactly what I'm showing you. Look at this. It's a beautiful picture of a termite. Wow, it doesn't get better than that. So look, there's the dry wood termite. As you can see, there is no waste. You see the wings. It's beautiful. Look at the size in my hand. Those are some baby raccoons that we released. I mean, this is a really good picture, but I have a lot more. I probably don't have it on the right place. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to keep looking and wasting your time, but yeah. So let me get this back on me. Here we go. So yeah, I mean, so basically, I showed you the difference between the termites and ants. I showed you the different types of treatments. I showed you their droppings. I showed you kind of what to look for. Um, Now, I guess the only thing that I can say to you is if you have any questions and you're watching this, put them in the comments below and I will be able to answer them while I'm here. Of course, you guys can always send me a private message, whatever you guys need. Let me see. I don't know how to find messages and stuff here. Again, guys, bear with me. I don't go live all the time. So let's see. Yeah, I'll have to respond. If you guys did leave any messages, I'll have to respond after the live because I don't know how to work it too well. So bear, it is what it is. So with that being said, if you guys had any questions, you can always get a free inspections from us. It's part of what we offer at Stat Pest Control. If you think you have termites, if you're concerned with termites, if you see something in your house that makes you doubt it, whatever the case may be, you guys can always call us. The phone number is 239-500-7828. I'm gonna make sure I post it on here so everybody can see it. Where is it? Gosh, I wish I knew how to work this thing better. Here it is. All right, so there's the number, guys. If you guys think you got termites, if you see some kind of droppings that look similar to what I just showed you today, if you have questions about how to prevent it, this is the time to give us a call. They are out there. They are swarming. Again, I was just getting food yesterday, and all I did was roll down my window in the drive-through and drove off, and I had a termite swarm inside of my car. I mean, that's scary. You know what I'm saying? Because they're out there. And if you don't know what they are or what to look for, it'll look like an ant. You're going to just, wipe it off and forget about it. But if that thing was inside your house, you're in trouble. Okay? Maybe not today, but in a year or 6 months, and they start actually expanding and creating a big problem, at that point, it becomes a very bad situation. Of course, with the inspections that we do, guys, it's free every time. So if you need not only pest control inspection, but a termite inspection, we do it absolutely free because we want to make sure that you know what's going on and we can help you with that. All right, guys. So again, I don't see any comments. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I don't know how to find them while I'm live. So I'll just respond to them after, okay? So any questions you have, put them below or send me a private message and I'll be more than happy to help you. Again, this is Randy Arias, Stat Pest Control, and we were live. Thanks, guys.